Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and look at this beautiful card that I created that is filled with wooden texture and is so beautiful and so easy, which makes me really happy because I love easy cards. You guys know that. So, and let me show you the inside. Isn't that cool? So let me show you how I put this card together. I'm using one stamp set and framelit bundle, which is the Colorful Seasons. And I spent yesterday totally cleaning out our yard. We pulled out a bunch of landscaping in the front that was kind of overgrown, and we trimmed our trees and brought all of that stuff to the compost center. So I had trees on the brain, but I also had beautiful spring on the brain because spring has finally sprung here. So I knew right away that I wanted to use the stamp set because of the beautiful cherry blossom or plum blossom type flowers that are in this set. So I thought they'd be perfect for my card, and it was just a matter of putting it together. So I also paired this bundle up with the Wood Textures DSP and loved the effects. So I am going to start with a half a sheet of Early Espresso cardstock. And then I'm going to add to the inside of my card just a piece of white. And all of the dimensions and supplies and everything that I use can be found on my blog. Just click the link in the description of this video and you can see everything. I've got a strip of paper that was actually left over from trimming this piece for the front of my card. I'm going to add this to the inside just to kind of keep the whole theme together. And I kind of like this piece here. So I'll just leave a little border at the bottom of white. I'll add that and trim this with my scissors. And then I'm going to add Thinking of You with some espresso ink. I love Thinking of You because on the front I write, "You make me smile." So I think it's kind of perfect. So there's Thinking of You. I'll add this to the inside of my card and then we'll do the front. Sometimes I forget about the insides of my cards, so I didn't want to forget this time. All right, so we've got that done. And then the front is also really simple. I cut a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I wanted it to just cover the whole surface with just a little skinny border around, so you really could appreciate that beautiful wood texture. And isn't this paper gorgeous? Oh, I love it. So I'm going to adhere that. And then I've also die cut a stitched square from the Stitched Shape framelits, as well as the branch that's in this stamp set, and then 3 of the flowers. Now I cut the 3 flowers from the white wash pattern of this paper. So I'll pull in the pack so you can see. But there's a couple of different real light whitewash patterns. There's that one, and then there's this light one. I use the truly white one. And I die cut my flowers in that. Now I actually have to share with you, because I kind of like pointing out when things don't go exactly how I had them planned in my card making, just so you can see that the process isn't always perfect. I started by stamping pink flowers. So I stamped them in pink pirouette and then put the little centers in with Flirty Flamingo. And I added these, and they didn't look right against the wood. They were too bright, I guess. But then when I did the wood paper, I was like, that's it. So sometimes you just know, you know? Okay, so I've got this beautiful wood paper. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, "You make me smile." This is one of my favorite sentiments. There's also Just Breathe in there, which I really like as well. So I'll stamp that up at the top, and then I'm going to adhere my little branch kind of across here like so. So it sort of sticks off both ends. Okay, to do that, I'm going to use my liquid glue and my silicone mat and my little sponge. All right, so I'll put some glue on here. Got my little sponge, dab this around, and then I'm just going to put adhesive in the middle of this because it's going to stick out on either end, like I said. Okay, so that looks pretty good. like so. Okay, and then I'm going to actually pop this up onto my card with some dimensionals, and then we'll add our flowers. Now, of course, when I did cut out those flowers out of that wood cardstock, I really wanted to add a little color because I didn't want it to be just plain wood patterns. So, and actually I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the end here so it sticks to my card. That looks pretty good. Okay, so there we go. That's stuck down, and then I'll trim off the excess. Okay, now I decided, like I said, I wanted to put a little bit of color in this. So after I adhered my little flowers, I was trying to figure out what I could add that would have a little bit of color to it. And then I was going through my embellishments and I came across my glimmer dots, and I actually haven't used these much lately, so I was like, perfect. All right, so I'm just going to adhere these little flowers. Isn't this so cool? And then I wanted to add a little bit of pink, like I said, with my glimmer dots. Now the other thing I want to do is kind of poof these up a little, like so. Let's see if I can get this. You know, we got to add dimension. There we are. Huh, perfect. All right, so my glimmer dots, there's a yellow one, which would be cute, and then there's also the pink ones. So I decided to go with pink. So I'm just going to pull a couple of these off. I'm using the littlest ones, of course, because they are small flowers, of course. And look at how pretty. And these have a little glitter in them. And so, can you see the glitter? Refocus. There it is. Look at that. There's glitter in there. I love it. Okay, so now I got to refocus on my card again. There we go. All right. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, and a third right here. So isn't that little touch of pink just perfect on this card? So wasn't that easy? I mean, seriously, that was really easy. I love when cards are easy. And I just like adding a little bit of poof to my flowers. It's so beautiful. So I hope you've loved this card. If you need any of the supplies for this, please check my blog and shop my online store. I would love to welcome you to my VIP rewards program. Plus, I have an amazing online card class for this Colorful Seasons bundle. It has some amazing projects. It uses all the stamps in the stamp set, and there are tons of additional samples, so it's a really great value. Anyway, I will have the link to that in the description of this video as well, so hope you can join us. Thank you so much for stamping with me today. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye, guys!